Hi, my name is Monica, and I'm going to be talking about my individual health project that I decided to take on. Me specifically, the purpose was to focus on cardiorespiratory health. I decided to do this by taking up running. I set a goal for myself to run 4 times a week for 5 weeks to see if I could reach 3 miles comfortably. That is no breaks, and getting that runner's high and feeling just comfortable by the end of the 3 miles. Obviously, it's just running, not rocket science, and so it's just a very short clip of the beginning of my run, and I explain more in the video. So this is usually the path that I run. I start at my apartment building, which is SQ5, and then I try to follow the pi mile, the 3.14. I haven't quite reached it yet. This is only my second week running, but I try to hit about half, and then after I hit half, I try to come back so that I'm not actually doing double the distance. Yeah. I did use some resources. My favorite resource I found on healthline.com. If you go on there and look up breathing techniques or how to breathe, it gives you a really good rundown on how a runner should breathe. At the beginning, I was getting very terrible side cramps, and I think it was due to how I was breathing, and after I incorporated some tips, it really did help me. So that's the main resource that I would definitely urge people to look into. Also, here's a picture that my friend took after I got back from one of those lovely runs. Don't judge, I look terrible. I kind of logged the results by running once the day that I submitted the project. It took me about 11 minutes that day to run 1 mile, and that was my starting point from there. And just kind of seeing how I would feel after the run was how I was measuring how comfortable I was and how many miles I was running. I definitely underestimated how hard it would be just to get into the routine of running. I think running 4 times a week was kind of an ambitious thing for me to strive for, given that I have gone from no running at all to suddenly running. The first 2 or 3 weeks were actually really difficult because I wasn't able to reach my 4 times a week goal, and therefore that really set me back because I had it set up so that at the end of each week I was able to run half a mile more than I did the previous week. And so, given just the routine alone, I wasn't able to achieve that really until after the second week. After the second week, I was able to run roughly a mile comfortably, and it wasn't until the end of the third week and into the fourth week where I was able to hit a mile and a half. That being said, I did not reach the 3 mile goal by the end of the 5 weeks. It took my body a lot longer to get used to running, and I think I also underestimated that aspect of it. And I would kind of be hard on myself and be like, I can't believe that I only ran twice this week, but I also kind of had to reflect and also pat myself on the back because running is better than doing nothing, which is what I was doing before. So it definitely helped me have a different outlook on the activity and just not expecting to see results all at once altogether. Moving forward, I think I'm going to try to focus a little bit more on varying my exercises. I think just doing running for my personality, I got really bored and I lost interest quite quickly. So I think it would be interesting to switch it up and maybe do cardio twice a week and then try to incorporate doing more like weightlifting or circuits that also may have cardio in it and stuff like that into my weekly routine.